And we're live.
Fuck Indianapolis. Welcome to Jenkins and Jones on the Bayou Podcast
Wow,
Network.
my boy.
It's Sunday, September 8th, and we've got a lot to talk about. Opening week of the NFL. Obviously, very excited to talk about Kendrick doing the Super Bowl, college football, the Florida State poop guy, Big Sean getting fake abs, Dookie butt of the week. We got all kinds of great stuff to talk about. John is ready to go right now. I
I ain't
just
know about
turned
none of
John
this
all
shit.
the
I'm
way
super
up.
rich.
I
You
know.
said Big Sean getting fake abs, not Big
I was
Sean.
over, I was over here like A2 Big Sean. Like I like Big
Right.
Sean.
I like Big
As a person.
Sean.
He's
You know,
like a cool
clown your
dude.
goofy ass.
Very
Okay.
excited to see you guys. We haven't podcasted in 5 days.
It's been a minute, right?
So this Chris like 2018 over here or something, bro.
Well, I'll tell you, John and I got our fill of each other while we were together these
yeah.
last few days. I'll tell you that much, buddy.
Let me tell you about this nigga, man. Last night, it was like 12 p.m. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to get some sleep. I got to get home. You know, I got to be up at 6.
It was 12. It was, wait, hold on. It was noon or it was midnight?
12 a.m. 12 a.m.
Okay.
Got to get some sleep. Got to get home. He's like, you can sleep on the plane. I'm like, nigga, I need some real sleep, bro, in a bed. I got a newborn. He's like, okay, cool. That makes sense. I'm in the room like 40 minutes. He's like, bro, I just saw this big ass pizza. I'm going to bring it to your room. I don't care. I have to share it with you. The pizza was like,
it was bigger than my torso, dog.
it was a thorax of pizza. Like it was the size of a thorax. You know, like it was a midsection for sure, bro. Hella good pizza.
Car.
Right.
It was a Toyota Corolla of pizza slices. That motherfucker was big as hell, dog.
Walked to my room, share pizza and shit. Yeah, man. But I don't know. We had fun, bro. It was so much fun, bro. Like I was telling him earlier, I was like, I'm glad we met as adults because if we met as kids, we would have changed the trajectory of our lives. Like, well, there was one point when I saw put it on Twitter when we walked downstairs and had the same outfit on. I actually said out loud, I said, nigga, you would have on a green shirt. And then he got up and I'm like, oh, you got the same green shirt. Then I was like, you got some light skin ass jeans. So what the fuck type of shit is this, bro?
Boys was real earth Tony out that motherfucker. Real festive, you know.
Niggas started laughing at us and shit. I'm like, let me go change, bro.
That shit was crazy. We low key dressed the same way the day before. We had on all black.
The first 2 days. Yeah.
Hey, we the same nigga, dog.
Same nigga. we was gonna go meet up with them. They were hella cool. We had hella fun with them, but like we was a little tired. We had just ate some food, and we was like, yo, we'll be down there in 5 minutes. Nigga, 45 minutes later, I walk to the elevator, and it stops, and Tyler's in the elevator too. I'm like, nigga, we both at the same time, lying like a motherfucking text.
We both like, yeah, we on our way. 45 minutes later, we catch the same elevator together.
So we sent the text at like 8:10. We walked to the elevator at 9:58, nigga. like and then some shit like that, nigga. Something crazy. 9:10. Walked to the elevator at 9:58, but it was hilarious. But yeah, nigga.
Brothers from another mother, man.
For sure, man. We had
but you coming to VA is long overdue, bro. I'm glad you got to, take in the sights, see the state. Shouts to the 757. Special area, bro.
For sure, man. Like I was before I even saw Tyler, because Tyler drove there the night I got there. But before I even saw Tyler, I promised, like, the ride in. I got to the hotel and I thought to myself, Tyler's never leaving this place, and he shouldn't. You know what I mean? I was like, I get it. It didn't take long as hell. It didn't take long at all to see like how special it was. And also, me when you came to St. Louis, you was like, this remind me of Richmond. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of similar. And like driving through, it felt like I'd never been to Virginia before, but it felt like home. It felt familiar for some reason. But I was like, nigga, fuck leaving here, bro. Yeah. Never leave. I love that for you, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's home, man. My family from here, my grandmama family from here, my white family from here. But yeah, it's home. It's home, though, man. I love it here, dog.
Yeah, man. Beautiful, beautiful place for sure, man. And y'all love each other out there, man. Like niggas from Virginia love niggas from Virginia, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no. It's something special, bro. Like it's different, man. It was beautiful to witness in real life, though.
Yeah. Virginia for sure supports our own, dog. Like, it's the reason like guys like AI and Vic are like legends here, and even guys who weren't those super duper elite athletes that Vic were and AI were, like, they're local legends to us. Like, if you made it good out of the neighborhood or out the city, we're gonna always root for you, right? Like, we're just not a state that believes in just hating motherfuckers for no reason once they make good, right? Like, we're very supportive of our own, bro.
Tyler was me and Tyler were interviewing Bruce Smith for the thing we was doing and shit, and like him and Tyler were talking, and like there was a particular connection you saw that they had with each other because he was from VA. You know what I mean? Like you know, his eyes lit up when Tyler was like, "Yeah, I'm from VA," and they started talking about the VA shit. I'm like, you know, I backed into the fucking.
You're like,
checked out the shit like Homer Simpson. Like this for y'all, nigga. You feel me? You know, but it was beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see, bro. But yeah, I'll definitely be back. I'm looking forward to going to Richmond before the fight. You feel me? And tapping in with you, fucking with you for a couple days before we go see homeboy. You know, beat old boy ass. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Part 2. Run it up, goddamn.
Yeah, you need that.
as always, Jenkins and Jones is hosted by Dragonfly Jonez, aka Tyler.
We was talking for like 20 minutes on this motherfucker. Hey, everybody, I'm good.
LaJethro Jenkins, aka John.
What's that, Bubbas? What's that?
I'm Cardi B, aka Mike.
Motherfucking Mike.
And we're produced as always by the lovely and talented Jackson Saffon.
What's up?
And the just as lovely and just as talented Josh Rodriguez.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I think that'll be a fun game for me to play with myself, is instead, because for a while I was trying to skip myself and see if y'all would notice, but now I think the funner game would be how deep into the podcast could we get before doing the intro. Yeah.
Right.
Oh. That'll be it. That's old school Jenkins and Jones. Also,
If
like
you
we do the
didn't do
intro in the outro. Like
If you didn't do it, I probably wouldn't have noticed. You know what I mean? We had just got so gone. You feel me?
For sure. All right. Well, that was you. That was my first topic, was asking y'all about your meet cute in the hotel lobby coming down dressed like each other. That's adorable as fuck.
Spider-Man meme like a motherfucker. Out here, dog.
Right. It was just funny seeing niggas laughing. It's like, what the fuck? I was like,
What the
yeah.
fuck? Yeah.
It
Look like a boy band out there, motherfucker. Like, everybody.
You guys also had someone recognize the two of you, which I just wanted you to talk about for a second, because we do occasionally individually someone will catch one of those. But was that the first time someone saw the two of you together and was like,
I don't think it was the first time, because shit, when we was at the Vince Staples shit, the homie ran up on
oh, that's
us.
true. Yeah,
for sure.
That's true.
Yep.
But yeah, that was wild. Like, bro,
I feel like stuff like that doesn't count because, and obviously the homie's great, but like everyone at those events is looking for people that they know, like to some extent. Whereas like seeing someone at the hotel or out in the wild is really a like Scooby-Doo moment.
Right.
Yeah, the way we met homie is John was whipping his big ass fucking expedition. I didn't even know
I
he
was
made
throwing
that
that
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Yeah, he was
man.
whipping that
throwing
motherfucker.
that bitch. You hear me?
Right, and he parked that shit in front of the hotel, and there was a dude who walked by who just stopped. And he just stared, and he was like, "Roll the window down," and he was like, "Jenkins and Jones and Mike," and on God, he said, "Where's motherfucking Mike?" He was cool as fuck, man. I forget the homie's name. Blame that shit on the mind, not the heart. But he was cool as shit, man. He told us, he was like, "I got hip to y'all because I listened to Colin Cowherd, and y'all popped up on the feed, and I heard nigga, and I was like, oh, these my type of people." I'm like, this is the only good thing. This is the only good fan interaction we've ever had via the Colin Cowherd.
Off that Cowherd feed.
Yeah. But yeah, shouts to the Cowherd feed, man. All that shit was worth it because homie was cool as fuck, man. It was really good chopping up with him.
He I mean, like, hugged us. It wasn't like, oh, what's it? Like, I jumped out the whip, forgot to turn the car off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, because at first, like, he pointed at us. I'd be like, what was this? He stopped and looked, you know what I mean? And then he was like, Jenkins and Jones. Oh, shit, you feel me? Then we jumped out. It was hella cool, bro. Hella cool. And then we got lunch with Austin, right? Was his name Austin?
Shouts to Austin, man.
Cool ass white boy.
Yeah.
He said that's the stamp that he was looking for.
Yeah.
He said
Austin came out. Yeah, I want to plug the name of that restaurant specifically by name. I feel like it was like
Soulful Seafood.
Soulful Seafood.
Hella
In the
fire.
757. Incredible, bro. Incredible. Dog, they had a motherfucking soft shell crab BLT on that motherfucker. That shit was, I'm still thinking about it. That shit was so
motherfucker was
good.
nigga. That shit was like triple decker of fucking seafood, nigga.
Look like a cartoon sandwich.
You're
dog.
right.
That
You had to
was
squish
so
that
good.
motherfucker to put it in your mouth, dog. It was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, it was so
we was
good.
We was out there. We TNT. That was fire as hell too. Having a fried crab. You know what I'm saying? Like eating seafood on the hood of the fucking truck. I'm like, nigga, yes. That felt like home to me.
This is all I've ever wanted.
This is all I ever. Fried crab on the hood of a truck. Shit was fire, man. Hella fun. Anyway. Yeah.
All right, we got the news today, gentlemen. Very excited to talk to you about this. Kendrick Lamar will be doing the halftime show at the Super Bowl in New Orleans this year. Tyler, what was your reaction to this news?
I mean, I think my reaction was probably the same reaction a lot of folks had when they're like, bro, what a fucking win for this dude all year. And he's just running this shit up. Like, he just circles back like every couple months just to slap Drake in the back of his neck one last time and then, accomplish some big shit. Like, I mean, like I said, I think that Kendrick's performance in this beef is the best performance we've ever seen in a rap battle. I don't even think it's close now. If you look at how it started from Like That, which is going to go down as an all-time great feature verse when we consider how it played out into, starting what I think is the best rap beef of all time. And then you got fucking, Euphoria. You got 616 in LA. You got Meet the Grams that he dropped 30 fucking minutes after Family Matters, which is like the most strategic move we probably ever seen in a battle. Then Not Like Us is the biggest fucking single of the year. And then you had the fucking Pop Out, which is just an incredible fucking concert, like an all-time great moment in West Coast rap history. And then you're going to top it off with a Super Bowl performance? God damn. Like, bro, it's just... Kendrick it was just an incredible fucking run that he's been on, and this is some truly historic shit. Like, a diss track propelling you to a fucking Super Bowl halftime show is wild, bro.
I heard that they don't even pay you, and you have to like buy to kind of like get the halftime show. Is that how it works?
It's one of those things, bro, where like it is accurate that the NFL does not write you a check for doing the Super Bowl show. However, there's promotional contracts that, like, when they go on and do talk shows promoting it, like they're making a fair
for sure. I know it's beneficial.
And there's endorsement. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
but it's not just like exposure beneficial. It's like there's promotional contracts and stuff like that they they get endorsement deals off of it, stuff like that. So it is true that Jay-Z and the NFL are not writing Kendrick a check for the performance, but it would not be true to say that you're not really being paid to do the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
What's really dope about what he's doing is he's creating cultural moments. Like, you know what I mean? Like Juneteenth, that was a fucking moment. He dropped the video on the 4th of July. You know what I mean? Then he has this big ass American flag. That's just like, bitch, you really not like us, nigga. You from up there, nigga. Fuck out.
You are
weird
ass Canadian.
You are from America's hat. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't fucking with you. It's just funny how he's doing it. But like, yeah, now it's a Super Bowl. It's crazy, G. Like, he just tap dancing on this nigga's grave. I don't know when he can come back. He's stretching this shit out. We saw like on at HBCUs, they playing like, you know what I'm saying? They playing the hell out the shit. It's
the high school marching bands at every football game I've been to this fall everyone is playing it. Everyone is playing it.
Super Bowl is in New Orleans. I guarantee Kendrick pulls out Southern or Grambling, or maybe both of their bands to play
Maybe
Not Like
both.
Us. I promise you, dog.
Coming from either end of the field.
So speaking of predictions, I want to know, that's a great prediction. I want to know who you think he's going to bring out for features, not just for Not Like Us, but for the whole.
Gotta be Wayne. Gotta be Wayne.
Yeah.
And he has a line that references Wayne. He referenced Wayne in a song, didn't he? I feel like they'll do that.
Not Like Us.
Yeah. He for sure referenced Wayne and Not Like Us, but Kendrick's always said Wayne is like perhaps his favorite rapper, the rapper that influenced him the most. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. Because honestly, I don't know if Wayne is all the way locked in with Drake like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Like, Jay don't give a fuck about him. Obviously, he's the person that's running this shit. You know what I'm saying? Said we give him the go ahead. We saw, Big Bro You know what I'm saying? At the pop out.
Dr. Dre
LeBron,
queued up,
you know what I'm saying?
Dr. Dre queued up, not like us. Dr. Dre whispered, "I see dead people," and let not like us drop on them.
Right.
Like, yeah,
It just don't look good to be on that side. And we was talking. What was old boy? Ali Sadiq. We met his DJ, friendliest motherfucker on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
and
to
he was
Texas
saying,
niggas, dog.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been really into, like, he was like, bro, like, Drake makes good songs, but he's not hip hop. What Kendrick's doing is saving, you know what I'm saying, the soul of rap. Like, this is a dude that's teaching a class at Rice about rap that said that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think a lot of people, you know, that was like on the, you know, that you couldn't avoid Drake are probably happy he's out the way. You know what I mean? They can get back to the motherfuckers that they got to, you know, make a song with a nigga that's, you know, sitting at dinner with a fucking jackal talking about this is ghetto. Yeah, that's so, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, that's nasty, bro. You feel me? So they can get back to making music with real ones that really fuck with the culture. You feel me?
I think go ahead, Tyler.
No, I was gonna say, I think what has to fuck with Drake the most here is the realization that all this big ass tide of animosity towards you did not come out of nowhere. It was not just manufactured in May, right? Because Kendrick's whole approach was like, I'm not gonna really say anything new. I'm going to remind y'all of the bullshit this dude has been on. I'm going to remind y'all of who this dude is. I'm not going to reveal any type of new shit. I'm just going to remind y'all, and I'm gonna let it be known it's time we stop giving this weirdo passes.
Right.
That was the angle Kendrick took. And like I said, there's no way you're the biggest fucking rapper in the world for the last 15 years. This animosity, this anti-sentiment towards you, that just didn't get formulated back in May, bro. It's been there. It's been a lot of people who have just been like, you know, I really don't fuck with the homie, but the music is right. And then Kendrick was like, well, why do you fuck with him? Right. You shouldn't be fucking with him. I mean, but a lot of folks are like, you know what, you might be right. You know what I mean? So I know that's got to be what eats at Drake the most, because, you know, we've discussed about how Drake just wants to be all things to all people, and he for sure wants to be your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. And he's seeing right now that a lot of the legends are patting Kendrick on the back like, job well fucking done.
I mean, Kendrick went tapping around on the hill looking for like some oil in there, and that shit's been geysering for fucking 5 months, bro. I mean, like, there was a lot of sentiment under the surface that he tapped into, bro. And I feel like to do the college analysis, you know, we talked about what it meant that he dropped on Juneteenth, he dropped on 4th of July, then he has to pop out everything. Think about this. This was the last thing Drake had, was like corporate influence, right? Like, okay, Kendrick has turned this into a like authenticity versus corporate type of a referendum, whatever. But Drake still had that. There's all these reports of they're getting people kicked out of Toronto, or they're shutting events down, where they're right. Yeah. He's trying to exert that type of influence. This motherfucker's at the Super Bowl. He's with the NFL at the Super Bowl. He out corporated you too. Yeah. That's crazy. There's going to be 1 billion people watching that game, bro. He's going to have 60,000 NFL fans going a minor at the Super Bowl.
We're going to be doing it in the fucking living room too. He said, dress up, nigga, put your best on. You know what I mean? We going to a funeral. You know what I mean? Like, get clean. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I said he's dancing on his grave. I don't know if he's doing that. I think he's actually trying to just stomp him all the way out. I just don't think he wants him back. I think he thinks he's bad for the culture. And I think, like, you know, I'm doing it on Juneteenth. It's a cultural moment. 4th of July, I'm dropping this shit. Now I'm doing it in front of the world at the Super Bowl. I'm trying to stomp this motherfucker clean out, get him out the way. So I don't know if he's like dancing, like celebrating. I think he's like, yo, he's not good for this, for the art form that I love. You know what I'm saying? So let me be as thorough as possible to make sure, you know, to try to get this motherfucker out of here. You know?
He is strategically picking the crucial moments to remind us and refresh all the shit that he said about this dude.
Yeah.
And he's picking the biggest fucking moments to do it. Like, it's just a masterclass, dog. Like I said, the best performance we've ever seen in a rap beef, no question.
I mean, it's ascending above that to, like, have we seen a better beef in human history across all disciplines?
Like, I feel like we discussed this in the group chat. Has there ever been a song that was as big as Not As Like Us, where you knew it was talking about one person in particular? Like just flat out, no insinuations. Just, hey, Drake, I heard you like him young. We have never seen a mega smash hit that was just like, fuck this guy and calling him out by name. You know, it's just unprecedented territory we're right now.
It's really, it feels like something you'd read about in like a presidential election in like 1890 or something. You know what I mean? Like it feels, it's like hatred doesn't come that pure anymore in our culture because there's too much money around everywhere. And it's going to be, here's a 30-second commercial that Verizon paid $15 million for. Here's Drake saying, I heard you like him young. And the United States of America going A minor. And here's a Doritos commercial they paid $15 million for. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, never seen anything like this, man. Never. What an ass whooping that Canadian took. God damn, what an ass whooping.
Well, and Kendrick said in the announcement today, he said, it's no round twos.
Yeah, the fuck?
It's over for the fourth time is what
but I mean he spoke to like, yo, you get one chance for the championship, nigga. You blew it, bitch. You feel me?
You got spanked by 30,
lost,
motherfucker. Why would you need to run it back?
He might have 40 ball that man. You feel me? I've never, like you said, never seen anything like this. So, but yeah, I mean, baby, this is the type of ass whooping it took to get Drake out. So that speaks to like how big Drake was. But I think this is the type of ass, like you said, he dropped 15 songs and nobody said anything. I didn't even know. Yes, I had a shorty and wasn't really tapped in like that. But I mean, if Drake dropped a song,
explain that.
I should know.
Explain that. You kind of glossed over that, but yeah, explain that. You say because he dropped 15 songs.
Yeah, I thought
John literally did not know that happened.
I thought when he said, when I saw Drake put round 2, I'm like, you saying round 2 from a bunker, nigga? You like where the fuck you at? You like, nigga, you ran off scared. You know what I'm saying? And now you're talking about round 2. Fuck all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He ran you out the town, bro. It's over with. You feel me? But Tyler was pointing out, he said, "Dog, he dropped like a 100 gig type secret. He called it 100 gig.
He's done 200 gig drops where it's like folders of unreleased footage and unreleased songs, and it's been like 15 total songs, and no one gives a fuck.
And I haven't heard nothing about it, bro. Drake
I feel like
a fucking go ahead.
No, I feel like every time that I open Spotify, it's like new music from Drake, and I'm just like, I just don't even care.
Yeah,
Apple Music's algorithm's better because Apple Music's algorithm knows I don't care. They're like, hey, you want to listen to that Oasis album again, brother? Here it is.
but bro, like Drake is shook. Like there's no other question. There's no other way to look at it because he's doing this 100 gig drop, and it's like. He's putting out all these unreleased songs, but he's not really pushing it. He's not really promoting it. He's dipping his toe in the water to see if it's safe. That's exactly what he's doing.
How cold is the water? He's trying to check the temperature.
Yeah, he's trying to check the temperature because he knows like if he got behind these songs and really push them and they flop, they'd be like, bro, you just ain't got the juice no more. So now he got that whole angle that he can lean back on if they flop, which they have been. Like, bro, these are just throwaways. I haven't even been promoting them. But listen, he's in a fucking copyright battle right now with Mr. Hot Spot to try to get a song cleared. You don't do that for throwaways.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You legitimately care about these songs you put out, but the fact of the matter is a lot of us fucking don't.
Also, I mean, this is at a time we talked about like how he's lost the fastball. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have that hit maker button he had prior. Probably because he beat up all his motherfucking ghostwriters. Got his, you know what I'm saying? Like all his, I mean, everybody that fuck with him and wrote for him got their ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Or hurt in some way because of his bodyguards or whatever. So now he asked out. He ain't got shit to give to us. But yeah, bro, like, good for Kendrick, bro. Got him out the way, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the real ones appreciate it. But what's crazy, I'll go back and I'm like, am I tweaking? Let me go back and try to listen to some shit. Bro, I'll make it like half a song. I'm like, nigga, this shit even the old shit that don't hit no more. He's done a stand-up job at ruining this nigga. Because I can't even go back to the shit I used to like, bro. You know, kudos to you, bro.
Yeah.
You know, he put a lot of good work in. Great. Good God, bro.
All right. We had the I mean, it's a 101, bro. This shit, we'll never see anything like it again.
No.
Not in our lifetime.
It's the greatest rap battle, and it's probably gonna be the last great rap battle because who the fuck else is gonna do this? Like you look at the younger generations, like there's there's no beef.
It's
that's
not even an
simmering like this.
undercard. It's not even an undercard for something like this.
Yeah, like who would you say is like the top rapper in the generation after Kendrick and Drake?
We kind of old though, man.
I'd say Travis. As far as big, as far as popular, I'd say it's Travis Scott is probably the top guy under that class.
Gotta be, right?
Who the fuck? Who the fuck wants to hear Travis Scott diss track? Who the fuck wants to hear Travis Scott getting in the booth trying to take a motherfucker?
Travis doesn't want to hear a Travis Scott diss track. You know what I mean? He wouldn't even go that route. You know, the game's different now. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it probably the last one. Also, one thing about Kendrick is like Kendrick moves in a way that feels like if you see Kendrick, like he's famous in a way that's like from the past. So like the fact that he comes out and says something, everybody was tapped in. You know what I'm saying? And he did it against Drake. So like he's gonna draw people out in a way that other people that nobody else will, because he moves in a way that's dated. You know what I mean? We don't see a whole bunch of shit. He has a Finsta and he posts like 12 things on there in the last 3 years. He has 12 posts, some shit like that. So it took like a particular way of moving, and the stars align for us, man. It won't happen again.
Yeah. We had the first NFL week this week. I think Tyler and I, probably not two guys who would compare ourselves to Aaron Donald a lot, but did you see the video Aaron Donald's wife put up of him today, Tyler?
No. What happened?
She's on the couch with Aaron Donald. They're both wearing Aaron Donald jerseys. And she goes, "We still get hit up all the time, all the Rams fans asking if he's coming back. Maybe this answers your question." And she pans over and he's knocked the fuck out on the couch in his own jersey watching football on Sunday.
Living the dream. Living the dream. I know that, man. That was the best snap he probably took of his life. Listen, there's nothing like that second slate of afternoon games, 4:00 on the East Coast, I guess 1:00 on y'all shit. Taking a nap during one of those games, dog, it's so glorious. It's so glorious. Like I feel it coming over me, and I'm like, yes. Like this is the main reason I watch the NFL on Sunday, for the second slate of afternoon game nap.
You're like Winnie the Pooh with a jar of honey. Just fucking.
And then when that nap bleeds into the break between the afternoon games and the Sunday night game, then you wake up and you're like, there's football in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, heaven, dog. Nothing like it, bro.
Was anyone awake enough today to have an NFL subject that they wanted to talk about? I caught the end of the Bills who'd they play? The Bills Cardinals game. Bills look good. That Bills Dolphins game next week should be fun. I heard the cops threw Tyreek Hill on the ground on his way to the game, which is fun.
And Calais Campbell too.
Scotty Scheffler core.
Yeah.
They got Calais too?
Yeah.
Was they in the same car together?
I think Calais literally stops to be like, that's fucking Tyreek Hill. We're going to the game right now.
Right.
And they were like, what the fuck is your problem?
And they put that big ass 6'5", 350-pound dude on the concrete too. Like, God damn.
Yeah.
Bruh.
One block from the stadium, they said.
Insane.
What was the reasoning? Did that come up? Did anybody speak on that?
I think it was something stupid like reckless driving.
I know that the cop who pulled Tyreek Hill out of his car has already been placed on administrative leave, as far as whether there was justification for it or not. But I haven't heard anything about any of that.
Who are the Dolphins playing today?
The Dolphins played the Jaguars today and pulled one out late, narrow win. But Dolphins Bills next week will be fun unless Josh Allen's hurt. Josh Allen's big ass fucked his hand up on the game-winning touchdown today. He tried to jump. He looked like all of us trying to jump like 10 years after the last time we tried to jump. We're like, oh, this is not going. Like he thought he was going to be up there longer than he was. You know what I mean? And he landed on his hand, which is not, as a quarterback, it's not what you want to do, obviously. We got the Niners game on Monday Night Football tomorrow. I'm already stressed about that. I don't care if the Niners start 0-1, but we can't start 0-1 to Aaron Rodgers. That can't fucking happen. I'll have to delete Twitter again if that happens.
The ayahuasca Jets are coming for you.
I can't have it. Cannot.
Nick Bosa versus Aaron Rodgers. Let's get it.
Yeah. All right. Here's my question, because I knew everyone wasn't sitting around watching football today. Here's my question, and we could do this as a segment going forward or something. But here's my dream scenario question: what is your ideal sport to nap to?
Oh, it's golf. For sure, golf.
I don't want to say golf because that's gonna make me a fuck nigga, but
yeah,
I thought it was. I thought it was like you watch
I don't,
golf.
I don't even watch golf, but when I have those moments where I'm on the couch and know I'm about to drift off, and I'm like, I just need to find something where there's not going to be loud explosions and shit that's going to wake me out of this nap, and I'll come upon some golf. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Like that. Yeah, the stars really aligned on that one. So yeah, it's for sure golf for me.
I turn on golf to go to sleep. Like that's the reason I put it on. No, and
the biggest golf fan I know.
And it's not abnormal. Like I talk to other golf niggas like thinking like it was gonna be funny on some like I'm clowning and shit. They was like, me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty normal. Also, baseball naps are really good too. Like
baseball
nap is great.
To me, it would be football 1, baseball 2, golf 3. I have the best napping memories of golf at my grandpa's house because he had when my grandpa heard there was a whole channel devoted to golf, like you would have thought like
mouth open with it.
I mean,
that good nap. You feel me?
That was like a miracle to him though. You know, coming up in the one television channel that you have to crank it to get to or whatever. He was like the whole 24 hours a day is golf. It's golf infomercials at 1:00 in the morning when I get up and have to pee. He couldn't believe it. But and baseball is perfect, but football to me because of the like. And Shar made the same point. It's like a static level of volume. There's always crowd noise. You know what I mean? Golf is almost too quiet for me. And it's kind of the same thing with baseball where there's like eruptions of sound after a home run or something. Football is like, it is almost like you just turn on like a static noise, like a white noise machine or something. You could just, I don't know. All right. What else we got in here? College football talk. Notre Dame paid Northern Illinois $1.4 million to whoop their ass in their own stadium.
Bunch of losers. They've always been a bunch of losers.
We were talking about this like today, like a couple days ago, but like, why do we give a fuck about Notre Dame?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time they were really good?
Rudy?
Yeah, I mean, like, dog, like, why do we care about what the fuck Notre Dame got going on? Them niggas ain't never really did shit. The most interesting they did, not in our lifetime. The most interesting.
We're old as fuck now.
Right, for sure. The most interesting thing they did was homeboy lying about having a girlfriend.
I was about to say, Matt.
That's you know what I'm saying? That's the most interesting that's come out of Notre Dame in the last 30 years. Why do we give a fuck? But it's still funny. They paid a bunch of money to get fucking. What are they? They were 8th in the nation, right? Something like that.
7th, I want to say.
7th.
Yeah.
5th.
Oh wow.
At home.
In the game you paid them $1.4 million. Please come
beat our ass and take our money. God damn.
Jeez,
that's so fucking dog. That's hilarious.
All right, the other big college football storyline from the first couple of weeks, and we've been doing different special episodes, so we have not had a chance to talk about it, but Tyler's been excited to talk about it. Can you please explain the Florida State poop guy to anyone who has not been following this story, Tyler?
Okay, so Florida State played Boston College, was it?
I believe in the first week it was Boston College.
Played Boston College first week, and there's a Florida State fan who tweeted out, if Florida State loses, I will eat a cup of dog shit. And guess what happened? Take a wild guess at what transpired during that game. Florida State lost. And this dude went on the run. They said he deleted his Twitter, his Facebook, his Instagram. He tried to delete his whole digital footprint because he promised some people on Twitter he would eat a cup of dog shit. And he does not want to make good on that. And my whole thing is this, bro. Twitter is a very lawless place. No one gives a fuck about anything on Twitter. Nothing is sacred on Twitter. You will see a motherfucker get clowned for like their dead grandma and have 1,500 retweets. And you're like, everyone retweeting this is terrible and no one gives a fuck. But one thing I say that we do take seriously on Twitter is stupid sports bets. We saw, shouts to my guy Chef. We saw a motherfucker eat a fitted cap.
Wait a fitted cap. Who is it?
You don't remember when Chef had his homeboy? I think it's the name Son of Solomon. When his homeboy said, if the Falcons
Chef made him do this shit.
Yes, Chef was cutting up the fitted and feeding it to him. he had some fucking scissors cutting up a fitted and feeding it to the man because you know what? Shouts out to that man because he said if something happened that wound up happening, he would eat a fitted cap, and he ate a fitted cap, and we saw it in real time. It was streamed.
Eat a fitted cap.
He ate a fitted cap.
People take this shit so seriously. That's crazy. When I was at the Ringer, there was a guy who said that if I forget which team, Argentina or Spain or someone didn't make it out the group stage, he would eat a cleat, a boot, and they didn't make it out. And he like refused to eat it.
You can't do that shit with
and
soccer,
everyone
dog.
on the internet was on like the soccer internet was like, make him eat the boot. I think eat the boot became like a trending hashtag for a second. Shout out Ryan O'Handler.
Yeah,
He's wild. Like, was he going to eat the spikes too? Like, was that part of the deal? Because
he was supposed to eat any part of it, and he would not eat it.
Eating a cleat spike can literally kill you, dog. Like, I think we just got to let that man eat like the leather upsole.
Right.
Yeah, eat a kid's cleat or something. You know what I mean? You gotta figure out a way to shave it down or something. But the Florida State poop guy fucked up twice. First of all, you should do if my team wins the fitted one was for the Falcons, correct?
Yeah.
If they made it to the Super, right? Yeah. It's got to be in celebration. It can't be my team lost and I have to do something. It has to be if the Niners win the Super Bowl, I'll do some stupid shit. You know what I mean? So he fucked up because when your team loses, you're already pissed off. You know what I mean? But then second of all, that's the pussiest shit ever. Even stay on Twitter and just get made fun of for the rest of your life for not eating a cup of dog shit. Who gives a fuck? But like dogs chase prey when prey runs, bro. Because now I want to know who you are. You know what I mean?
I remember when a man's word meant
shit?
something. No,
Could he actually eat dog shit? Like, you can't do that. Like,
you can, but shit is gonna go real bad for you.
I know.
Sure.
I mean, dude, like it's.
You got to feed your dog healthy food for like a month straight.
Right,
and the whole thing is
toxic to a human.
And then you got to put it in a blender and mix it up with a bunch of other stuff.
The whole thing is he said a cup. He didn't just say some dog shit. He said a cup. He wants like 16 ounces. like we've got to play by the rules here, bro.
We're ruining John's whole week, bro. It's Sunday and his week is already done.
Wild, bro. You said a shit smoothie for the man. Oh my God.
If you had to eat 16 ounces of dog shit, you would have to employ a blender. I mean, like it would have to be done in a smoothie format. You can't use a spoon, dog.
I know, but I'm saying, I don't know if you can hide shit in vegetables, fruit, none of that. You feel me? You can smooth it. Look at Tyler's face.
Yeah, I'm thinking you probably want the turd nuggets, so you can just try to kind of hit that shit to the back and thumb, like you know, like you might not want the smoothie version, dog.
I know. I honestly don't.
You gotta lick the spoon clean with the smoothie version. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't say lick the spoon clean.
Listen, I don't think even if it wouldn't hurt you physically, I don't think you could actually swallow it. I mean, and I might be pussy because I was like gagging, eating canned fucking. Was it
dog
asparagus when I was a kid? No, I was eating canned. My mom, I told you about the mom like had us eating canned asparagus one time, and I was gagging. So I might just be pussy, but like, I just feel like I don't think I could actually. I think I would gag trying to eat it. I don't think I could truly swallow that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
seems impossible. But anyway, the smoothie shit is wild.
I'll tell you one thing: we're never gonna find out.
Yeah, and good for him.
Good for him.
Like, dude, fuck
let them clown you
life.
online. Delete your shit and go on about your actual real life, nigga. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing I don't like is just let people, like, why do you have to delete it? Just let people reply to your news that you got a new job saying you're still a pussy for not eating the dog shit. That doesn't hurt you.
He probably don't give a fuck about Twitter. Like, it probably don't really. He
gives enough of a fuck to delete it.
No, I'm saying like I think he doesn't care enough to leave. I think the other way. Like, if I was barely on Twitter, never gave a fuck about it for real. You know what I'm saying? It did say some weird shit and it became a big deal. Delete it, go about my business like the shit never happened. I think that's fire, bro. Good for him, man. You know what I mean? I think he's living right. You know what I mean? If he could just delete Twitter and go on about his regular life. He outside, man. Keyboard fucking keyboard thugs, nigga. Y'all talking shit behind the keyboard.
That's what he wants you to think. He's not on Twitter anymore. That dude's thinking about tweeting every day. He's like,
For real?
He's missing
fighting
it.
nerds?
He's like, he's got the shakes. He's having withdrawals. You know?
Taking Twitter from a college football fanatic, bro.
Really?
Yeah, that's like
taking Twitter from a guy who said he'd eat shit if Florida State lost.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
That guy wants to be on Twitter, Bubba.
Imagine how much fear he's
That's a
living
great
in
point.
that his employer gets emailed this story. Like, this man is probably going to work every day. Like, I hope my boss didn't get an email about how I'm supposed to eat a cup of dog shit. Like, just a wild.
Every time someone knocks on that door of his office, he's worried he's going to look over and it's going to be someone with a Pyrex cup. Just
I was about to say, and I pray he works at like an accounting firm or something. If he works at a fun workplace, that dude is in trouble.
I think accounting firm. I don't know. They might be like, fuck that, nigga.
Might be some boar on the floor.
Sharks.
Success and shit.
Sharks, bro. Like, bro. Crazy.
Yeah, because I agree with Jackson. He's like telling his plants that if he'll eat cow poop if Florida State loses this weekend. Like, that's a person. Like, he's still that person.
That's a
he
great
just
point.
doesn't have Twitter to point it at now. You know.
Yeah. If you're that ridiculous, for sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna
all right. We got several people tweeted this at us because we are the world's foremost commenters on people getting plastic surgery to get fake abs. This is
Hey, send that in the group chat, man.
Okay.
Let me see that in the group chat. I need to
You need to use those.
Really had abs.
This is Big Sean.
I thought Big Sean really had abs, though.
And a lot of people are
shit.
pointing out that there's some aspects of them that would line up with the BBL abs going around. I certainly am not an expert on this and would not say so one way or the other, but I have sent the photo to you.
Don't look right.
Right?
What is Big Sean doing with any kind of surgery like that? Like, he's married to Janae Aiko. Like, who's he trying to impress anymore?
Those just look like normal abs. I don't know.
They look a little wide to me.
Really? I have a weird, like, my abs are weird where, like, I have my top abs aren't two. It's always been just like one big ab. So I think abs it's just different.
That's what most people's real abs look like when they're not cutting, or you know what I mean, when they're not pulling hydration out of their body to make that extra one.
Make those,
it's them goddamn the side abs.
The obliques.
That's what
a lot of people have been. That's what people have been commenting on.
The obliques.
Why the fuck is he standing like that, man?
To show off the merchandise. He's trying to show off the merchandise.
The face he's making is kind of suspicious too, man.
The face is
like, right. Dude, I got him. You know what I mean?
That's the first time you get the hair plugs and you go swimming and you're just like, huh?
That's you fresh back from Turkey, nigga. You know what I mean? And you're like, did it work? Is it working?
Do I have swamp moss flowing out behind me, or what's going on?
And no shade on the, you know what I'm saying? You got to put 25K in Turkey, yo. Good for you, but yeah.
Someone said bro got abs and love handles.
Cuz got a beer belly 6-pack. That shit crazy.
Muva in the chat said with an incredible burn. He's a petite man. I'm sure natural abs wouldn't be hard for him to achieve.
And he be talking all that healthy living shit too. So I'm surprised that he went to goddamn Abs or Us.
Miles in the chat said he put an ice cube tray in his stomach. SMH.
What the fuck? But yeah, first of all, you probably shouldn't take pictures like this anyways. I feel like that's the very important part of this discussion here, especially if you're a celeb trying to show off abs when you know that we're all skeptical of abs at this moment, bro. Even if those are real, you have to know that the environment is not ab friendly right now due to the Kendrick and Drake beef, bro.
I think the thing is, like, their only definition you have is in your abs. Usually that's the last place definition coming. You know what I mean? Like, people will be buff up top, big chest, ripped arms, and have a little puff with it where the abs at. Like, if you got crazy abs, usually you have like a striation. Like, look at them shoulders. Them shoulders don't match those abs. The biceps don't match the abs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I don't know. This nigga did it. Nigga went to Turkey for these
We got an epidemic up in this.
Epidemic, motherfucker.
The thing is too, yeah. If I went and got them hoes, I definitely wouldn't have taken the shirt off. You keep that for the family. You keep that for your wife. You know what I mean?
Can't show off. You can't show that work off to the world, dog. Like that's for those private, intimate moments.
Well, let me put it like this:
with the young lady who you're trying to swoon,
if a woman gets a BBL, she does not show it off by posting her bare ass cheeks on the fucking timeline. You just have to be photographed in a undershirt.
Right. I was about to say the problem is not even taking your shirt off; it's taking your shirt off and posing for a picture like that.
Right.
Just go to the beach, my dude. Right. Like just go somewhere where it's normal to have your shirt off.
Right.
Yeah. Looks like he's showing off
pose
the purchase,
right here. Like, what type of this pose is?
Yeah, like, that's crazy.
That's an NBA.
It's a video game. It's a
like creative player pose.
What hairstyle do you want to give?
He picked abs number 4.
Right.
his character's slowly spinning around. He's using the right stick,
nodding to the music.
Yep.
That suspicious ass face is crazy though. Oh, the face.
That a beer belly 6-pack. That's
crazy.
Internet funny as fuck, dog.
All right. We're gonna wrap up with Dookie Butt of the Week. We'll all have a Dookie Butt of the Week, and then we need our community Dookie Butt of the Week from the chat.
Yes.
I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna say that I am the Dookie Butt of the Week. I am hereby forswearing off of Boar's Head. Belly beats.
No.
The coast is clear. I am. Because, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I consider myself a good person. Second of all, many of you have tweeted me not jokes about eating boar's head, but pictures of yourselves eating boar's head, and you're stressing me the fuck out. Stressing. Wow. I don't know where you live. I don't know if you're west of the Mississippi in the green zone like I am. So I'm swearing it off. No more boar's head jokes. I was not going to make any more. And then literally as I was sitting at the gas station, a boar's head truck pulled up next to me. And I did have to get one last joke off because it felt like I had to. But I no more boar's head content from me until people stop dying. That's my pledge to the Jenkins and Jones listeners.
Wow.
I'm proud of you, bro.
That's big of you, man. I'm glad.
Yeah, very big of you. But on the side, them boar's head trucks be clean as fuck. That black and gold shit, dog. Woo. But yeah, I'm
gold and black, which is a wonderful color scheme here in Long Beach, but with that dark red, you don't really see that on a lot of shit, bro. It looks clean as fuck. I agree with you. That's a big part of the boar's head appeal to me is the aesthetic.
Well, I'm glad you finally came to your senses. Like I said, dog, if you'd have died from a turkey sandwich, I'd have been so mad, so upset.
I'm telling you.
And the jokes would have just been. It'd have been a few jokes I would have laughed at, dog. the material is just too good for there to not have been a couple of good ones.
Laugh. We would have needed to laugh. You know what I mean? It'd have been so heartbreaking that you went out on something so fucking silly. That shit kind of angers me when I start thinking about the shit. It's crazy.
It really was people tweeting me pictures that put me over the top, but I have to say, for Jenkins and Joe's listeners, John and Tyler really moved me because it was some like, I'm not joking with you for the podcast, you stupid motherfucker.
Bro, that was the one episode I missed because I was out of town, and I listened to it afterwards, and I was like, yo, this is a real intervention. This is like not a joke. They're like presenting their cases. John, you are not just hurting yourself, you're hurting us. I was like, damn.
And Tyler hit me where it hurts. He's like, you do not want at Dragonfly Jonez posting content making fun of your death that your children will see because their Uncle Tyler is making fun of you for getting yourself killed. Don't do it. Don't make me do it.
Imagine, take yourself out of the equation. Imagine there was someone out there who's like, I'm still going to eat boar's head. I don't give a fuck. And then a boar's head sandwich kills him. Do you know how much Twitter would have a field day with that?
I'd be first in line, even if it was one of my best. I'm with you 100%. Yeah, and I'm telling you, that scenario really did speak to my heart.
During the pandemic, there were niggas going to pandemic parties trying to get COVID, and some of them niggas died, and motherfuckers was flaming the fuck out of them, and that was during that pandemic. And you're gonna do that over boar's head, nigga? It would be Kendrick Drake. It would be fucking legendary. they'd have you on the fucking. They would have. They would have had your fucking. They'd have had you doing backflips, nigga, in your grave, dog. I'm telling you, dog. Fuck that shit.
All right.
And we would have wanted to fight them motherfuckers because they made us laugh at you.
Because they made us laugh.
Yeah,
There are a lot of people getting very good jokes off in the chat, but the best one is yours saying "death by 1,000 cold cuts."
If 1,000 cold cuts could kill you, brother, you know, fucking Jackson would be hosting the pod tonight. Tyler, your Dookie butt of the week.
Keeping it in the spirit of the kickoff of the NFL, I'm gonna have to go with the Cleveland Browns, bro. I'm about to go with the Cleveland Browns for probably locking into what might go down as perhaps the worst contract in NFL history.
The worst trade in potentially sports history.
Yeah, it's reaching that echelon right now, bro. Deshaun Watson, he is terrible. There's no other fucking way to put it. And you look at everything, you look at all the other teams and the quarterbacks that were involved in that, right? They gave Baker the boot. Baker is thriving in Tampa. CJ Stroud, I'll hear you out if you say CJ Stroud is top 5 in the league already just off 1 year. Like, he's that fucking good. Like, Houston got their guy with CJ. And the only ones who lose in the whole fucking Deshaun fallout are the people who have Deshaun, the Cleveland Browns. And, bro, I do not feel sorry for them. Cleveland was a franchise. I'm like, bro, these motherfuckers are cursed. I feel terrible for them. But the deal they made with this devil, where they knew what they were signing up for with Deshaun and all the bullshit that came with him, all that fuck shit he was doing with the masseuses and shit, and to give that man $200 million guaranteed, and for him to just be so terrible, where you're the, like I said, you in the whole fucking Deshaun sweepstakes with you and Tampa and Houston, you came out the worst of it by getting Deshaun. Like, hey, them chickens came home to roost, buddy, and I don't feel sorry for them at all.
This was also going to be my Dookie butt, and I have two things to say about this. One, Cleveland Brown fans, some of them are legitimately asking for Jameis Winston to start going forward. Jameis Winston, the only member of the 30 touchdown, 30 interception in one season club. So that's a tough look for Deshaun Watson.
Wasn't that before he got his eyes fixed?
And then he never was a starting quarterback after that. So
they always said Eli Manning was his closest comp, and that's some Eli shit right there. It feels like so. Yeah. And
to emphasize the on top of the contract that the Browns gave him, the trade haul was a 2022, 23, and 24 first round picks, along with fourth rounders in 24, 25, or 22, 24, and a third in 2023. All for what's looking like one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL.
Okay. We love to see it, as the kids say.
John, your Dookie butt of the week.
Tyler witnessed this with me too. We saw it yesterday, bro. I gotta say it, dog.
Oh, I already know.
Gotta say it, bro. Met a young man, seemed pretty cool. Rooting for the young man. We saw him go up to a world champ boxer and say, "Hey, can I talk to you? I'm not a fan of you because you haven't proved yourself yet." What the fuck type of sense does that make? That was the weirdest interaction I'd ever seen. Going up, "Hey, can I talk to you? Hey, but I'm not a fan though because you haven't proved yourself." You don't have. That's the most internet shit in real life I've ever seen. That was so weird and uncomfortable. Tyler walked away like, wow, man. I mean, it was just.
Glad I had elders in my life.
Bro. I mean, like, I just don't understand why you'd go up and like, and then also like, what, like, I don't know.
Can I say something?
Is this normal for kids to do this now?
I've had experiences the last 2 weeks covering football games where I literally have turned to the other people I work with who are my age and said, we're old and I'm not trying anymore, because like one of the most popular forms of content people are making out of football games right now is these YouTube streams where you've got like the two stupidest people in the world standing on the corner of the field and two other people filming them while they say the stupidest shit. and they get crazy numbers. I recognize they're successful. Salute to them, beating their families, whatever. But like, I was just standing there, like listening to these dudes for like a half hour. Like, I can't fucking believe. And like, my son will probably be one of the people who wants to watch this shit, where it's just like every time the ball goes up, the guy's like, blah. It's like, what? Like, someone's sitting here watching this shit, dog. Like, a running back runs in for his third touchdown. He's like, 3 of them things. This is not a black dude. 3 of them things. and I'm just looking at him like, like, it makes my skin, like, I'm sure y'all felt the exact same way when you heard that kid say this. Your skin is like, yes.
But for you to walk up to him, hey, can I talk to you? Right. And the dude stop to rap with you, and you just have stopped him to tell him, right, I'm not a fan of you because you haven't proved yourself yet. I'm like, it just makes no sense.
And I get that we're podcasters, and there's plenty of people who are also probably correct who feel this way about podcasts.
Right,
like
I
totally. Like I said, people making their money, do what you're doing to make money. This is what like kids seem to want to watch, whatever. But it makes my skin crawl because I don't have that, whatever the performative thing is, where you're like, I'm going to put on like a expensive t-shirt and some beard oil and make all the dumbest noises I can think of. I just don't have it in me, bro.
Yeah. I just don't think everything needs to be a quote unquote take, especially in actual human face-to-face interaction and shit. Like, you know,
I mean, professional fighter.
Yeah, like I mean, just with us, y'all know we've had like certain guests floated by us, and I've like flat out said I wouldn't want to interview that person because I don't like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because bro, like, yeah, everything. No, that internet type shit does not translate to real life. You should know that, bro. You know.
Also, it's just like you ain't gotta. And as a nigga who's paid to give his opinion, fuck my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'll you know, like, I don't, you know, it's not that you don't have to say everything that you're fucking thinking. Like, why do you think it's important for him to know that you aren't a fan? You're stopping this man to tell him you're not a fan? Like, what does that make? Why is that necessary? That's just so confusing to me. You know, like, if you're not a fan, don't be a fan. Right. Don't do a fan thing and stop and talk to the man. Like, you're being a fan saying you're not a fan. It makes no sense.
Well, you know I mean? Don't have such a high, like, there's a ton of shit in the world that I don't like, but like Tyler said, I don't value my own opinion so highly that I think the subject of that opinion should care or even hear that opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I was truly bewildered and befuddled.
My nuts actually tightened up into my body when you said that. I was so uncomfortable. I hate that stuff so much.
I was sitting I said, Tyler, did he just say that? He's like, I was like, did he just say that? He's like, whoa. Like, it was.
Yeah.
I was when we heard that, went up and said, all right, my boy, we shaking to the fighter he was talking to, and just it was time to go. I didn't want to be around what was going on over there anymore. It was so awkward, bro.
Josh, your Dookie Butt of the Week.
All right, so I'm just going to let off a little steam here. My Dookie Butt of the Week is my former favorite NFL football team, the New York Football Giants, in their probation-ass 1920s pre-civil rights uniform that they wore today. Horrible franchise.
I didn't see him. What did the jerseys
just disgusting look like? Red jerseys, blue and red helmet. Just like if you were to like think of a racist 1920s football coach, like that's what it would look like. It was just disgusting.
This is the worst shit I've ever seen.
Bro, just horrible looking uniforms. They have one of the worst contracts in the league with Daniel Jones, one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. I've just lost all my love for this team when David Gettleman took over and gutted the defense. And basically, I'm just be honest, you traded away all black players with swag. He just took them and put them on other teams. He waited for Daniel Jones for, I don't know why he thought he was the guy. Drafted Daniel Jones, ruined the franchise. I hate the vibe of the franchise, hate the team now, don't root for them. And now I just root for all my fantasy football players and the teams I have money on. And that's it. But I had to get it off my chest because I haven't said to anybody today.
If the Giants are somehow 10-2, you're not going to be rooting for the Giants?
No, I'm not. I actually watch the Jets more than I watch the Giants right now. That's where I'm at.
Well, as someone who's also kind of turned my back on my NFL team, I'll tell you, it's pretty good living over here. Because the thing is this: you lose your attachment to your team, but your hate for the rest of the division, it's still intact.
Oh, I still hate the Eagles.
Yeah.
Cannot stand the Eagles.
So it's a beautiful existence where you're just kind of just running off hate, like you know
Beautiful.
what I mean? Yeah, and you're running
you.
off hate without a vested interest. Like, okay, I hate these guys, but I need my guys to do better than these guys. Like, no, it's just I just wish all the bad things happen to y'all.
You just get to root for the 31 fraction over 32 chance that the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl.
There it is. Yeah.
Which is a lot better than rooting for Washington or New York to win the Super Bowl.
Right. And then watching the Cowboys fail year after year is actually hilarious as well. So there you go.
That's Tyler's.
That's interesting.
That's Tyler's
how
football fandom. Y'all are the same dude right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's interesting how love can leave you, but the hate will still stay there. Right? I think there's something to examine there, bro.
Oh yeah, the hate is eternal. That's crazy, bro.
That's it. That might be the thesis. The hate.
I could see that
eternal.
if something went, God forbid, something went wrong with Shar and I could see reconnecting in 15 years over. You'll never believe what this motherfucker said. Like, you know what I mean? Just so, like some dude y'all used to beat up on him just for no reason. Just like old One Eye was at it again.
Classic One Eye.
Jackson, who's our community Dookie Butt of the week from the chat?
The community Dookie Butt nominations have been mostly, there's been a lot of Giants. There's been some Bryce Young and Russell Wilson for wearing shoulder pads. I don't know if did he wear shoulder pads in in a post game press conference or something.
He was a DNP because his leg was fucked up, I think, right? But no, like if you weren't on the DNP list and you showing up full uniform and shoulder pads, that is weird, bro.
Oh, he dressed in full pads despite being inactive. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's pretty.
That is
very Russell Wilson.
But that is a sideline no, brother. That is fucking funny.
I do have one.
He fully warmed up in full uniform despite literally being inactive.
Yeah, not like a questionable. Like he was just inactive today, and then he
thirsty as hell, man.
It's very Russell Wilson core of him. I do have one positive thing. speaking of fan interactions that actually were positive. In the chat today, we have Justin, who saw you guys in Virginia this weekend.
Shout out to Justin. Oh, that was the motherfucking name.
Justin is in the chat. He said he's met LeBron James before and has never been starstruck in his life until meeting you guys, and that he he could see the hood in you guys when he was outside the window waving. And you guys were kind of like,
we were like, who the fuck? We were like, who the fuck?
Shout out to Justin.
We didn't know what it was, but it was all love. Shout out to Justin. It was all love.
It's tough to get the attention of people in a car. I sympathize with Justin. There's not a lot of good options there. You can't throw a rock against the window. You can't jump in front of the car. But if you like knock on the window, it's
yeah. It was probably one of the most excited, like meeting somebody. You know what I mean? If like somebody that fucks with us, the most excited. You know, or like I've been. It was just such a fun experience. Like maybe because it was us together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we just
that's so cool. Y'all were together.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Jenkins and Jones.
Yeah, that's what he said. They said Jenkins and Jones. And then I called Mike and was like, "Yo, Mike." And he looked at the camera, motherfucking Mike. Your energy was great, bro. Like he gave us real hugs. Y'all know I love a good hug, nigga. Like it was just beautiful, bro. It was beautiful.
Thing. Shout out to Justin, man. For sure made our trip, bro.
Thanks for fucking with us, and thanks for making our trip, man. For sure, that was so special.
All right. On that note, that's all the time we got for tonight. We will have. I believe we're doing 2 episodes this week. I believe we have Dookie Bowl 3. Is Dookie Bowl 3 coming?
I think we can do Dookie Bowl 3, Tyler versus Mike.
Yeah,
we need to run it back though.
That's all I'm gonna say. We for sure need Mike and John on the rematch.
We talking hell of shit.
We can do whichever.
We need to run that motherfucker back, dog.
The people want Crash Out Bowl 2.
They Crash Out Bowl 2. They might have to get that one. This man in the group chat talking that good shit. I'm like, all right, bro. I ain't got nothing else to say. Let's just play.
I was just saying, like, now I know what everyone else in the WNBA feels like. Like like the media machine was set up. Oh, John had one highlight. Let's throw him in there. Yelling at Mike. You would have thought he won this game by 40 points based off the social clip. You wouldn't have thought it was his only touchdown on a 4th and goal after getting stuffed 3 times. You definitely wouldn't have thought that shit.
Nigga, you told me you didn't give a fuck going into it. Then you choose the number one.
You chose
that has a NFL D line, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
We were literally gonna play USC versus USC because we both are trash and it's even. And you went from an 88 to a 93 and picked Oregon.
Listen. I didn't even.
And then you're like, oh, you picked Georgia. My team was 2 points higher than yours. You're the team you switched to was 5 points higher than mine.
We can talk points, bro, but Georgia is by far the best team.
I don't know that, bro. I don't watch college football.
You do know that because my grandmother fucking knows that.
Number higher than that.
No, you.
I didn't know they're the number one team in the country.
You picked number one because you know that they're number one. Everybody knows the number one. Nobody knows 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody knows who the fuck Georgia is. So your thirsty ass ran and got them niggas because you knew. You know what I'm saying? Come on, G. Let's be real.
You're the one who did it. You're the one who did it.
Somebody in the chat said pick Oregon. I know who the fuck them niggas were because I don't know shit about
the chat's fault.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the chat said it. It was Jackson. Jackson was there. He said pick Oregon. I'm like, okay, I'll try Oregon. That's what I said. I didn't even look at the numbers. Yo ass was like, oh no, he's 2 points higher. I gotta go to number
5
one.
points higher.
I gotta go to number 1. Give me the number 1 team in the nation. I don't care, but I want to pick Georgia. I need the fuck out of here. And then you try to run it up after it. You try to. I put the controller
Of course, I
down.
tried to run it up. Did you see the clip of what you did when you scored a touchdown?
I was excited. That was one touchdown I had.
Did you see the clip they carefully edited for you?
I didn't have a touchdown for 15 years, nigga. That's the last time I played, nigga. 15 years. Of course, I was excited. Probably gonna come in here like, you better shut up, boy. You wake these fucking kids up. I'm done. She's like, okay, we good. But come on, man. We gotta run it back.
Okay, we can do Crash Out Bowl 2. We can do as many matches as we want.
I will say I have not been practicing, but I'm prepared to let Tyler take the garbage out so we can set up the championship rematch.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
At this juncture, perhaps I'd like to get a couple more games in before
I low-key feel like y'all need to do the Crash Out Bowl.
Can we do Crash Out Bowl 2?
Yeah, and then we crunch the numbers on the margin of victory to see who advances. You know,
okay, with no practicing.
Yeah, we'll do Crash Out Bowl 2 this week, no practicing, and then depending. And
I have not played it since.
If it's like razor thin margins, Mike will still advance. But if John, if John blows him out, a couple scores, then John can advance to play Tyler.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
That sounds fair.
If it's 2 scores. Shall we negotiate the teams to your satisfaction ahead of time?
To my satisfaction? Yes. Your ass was the one that was high. Well, I'm going to number 1. Let me get the team with half NFL play, with 15 NFL players, 20 NFL players, whatever the fuck.
The chat told me to do it. I wasn't going to do it. The chat told me to do it.
They didn't have to tell your ass to do it. Your ass ran over there, nigga. Let me take my ass right to the number 1 team of the nation. The fuck? I couldn't, bro. It took me 4. Anyway, that's not.
I want you to know that if I didn't actually love you, I know exactly what buttons to push right now to make you get loud enough to wake your children up and ruin your life. But I'm not going to do it because I love you.
I appreciate you.
I truly love you.
I appreciate you. Because I would bite. I would bite. You I know good you will. Shit, and I would fucking bite, nigga. Fuck it.
Yours said I need a spread on Crash Out Bowl 2, and I will say the early lines have not been established, but Mike will be a favorite. He won, and it felt like he was the superior player.
Okay.
John definitely has some traits, as they say in football scouting. He has some traits that are potentially translatable to some success.
Turning but Mike's around and running away from the line of scrimmage with the quarterback.
Yeah, now I know this is not NFL blitz.
Mike is going to be the favorite.
I've learned that the first time. All right.
I'm with you on that, and I'm not good if these games. We talked about it during the stream. These games are so fucking complicated now, bro. I just we grew up playing football games that had 2 buttons. It's funny, Vinny plays. Do y'all know Tecmo Bowl? They have like a version of that for the iPhone called Retro Bowl. Vinny plays this shit all the time. And I explained to him, I was like, "This is what football video games were." You could pick the run play or the pass
play.
That was it. You know what I mean?
And the diving catch with like their legs and arms would be out like that. Like they look like an X. Like it was so crazy.
It's retroactively embarrassing that we cared about it as much as we did.
Man,
it's like my white
pass,
pixel with an orange pixel is better than your white pixel with a red pixel.
bro, you get a defender in the open field on Tecmo Bowl. You can just run up to him and wrestle them to him instead of you run to them and just keep tapping A, and you will wrestle through them and keep going. Shit was different back then, dog.
Oh shit. Do that. Is there still a truck stick for on NCAA? Yeah. There's a truck stick.
Just push it.
Okay.
Forward. Yeah.
Okay. I need to figure out the juke button too.
Good to know.
We'll be fine.
The juke button I felt
the juke
was
button is whatever
you,
way
you figured it out. What is it?
Yeah.
But so but it's not the R2 and R1 like it used to be.
No,
or
it's
R2
it's
and
the
L2
joystick. It's
R2 is
see?
sprint. It's the right joystick. Yeah.
So what's the top? So
the top is
R2?
the truck, and then right or left is the juke in that way.
No, I'm saying R1. What's R1?
R1 is like protect the ball so you don't fumble.
That's
Which
yeah.
is,
See, like what, like. See, that's
you guys are welcome to
That's
study the playbook. You guys are welcome to look up.
listen,
You for sure need to hit that
listen,
R1 when you're scrambling with your quarterback.
no,
You know,
quarterback
Okay,
fumbles.
for sure,
Quarterback
for
fumbles
sure,
for
for
sure.
I was just about to
for
say,
sure.
gentlemen's agreement. We don't press the R1 button because that's one too many buttons for me to think about.
Okay, bro. I'm not gonna press it because I'm gonna forget. The fuck.
I'll just say this: protecting the
gotta worry
football.
about me.
Protecting the football is for real football players to think about. I am not a real football player. I'm trying to throw touchdowns. I'm not trying to protect the football.
If I press R1, you know it was a mistake. Okay. I'm running back 18 yards, nigga. I ain't thinking about no damn R1.
You're running back 18 yards like this.
I'm throwing a bitch down.
Dude, yeah, the people in the chat are screaming at John in all caps currently. Climb the pocket, John. Climb the pocket.
For sure. I need to step up, play, for sure.
All right. We'll get the date scheduled for that, and then we're also trying to figure out the time to get the Gridiron Gals on for our belated NFL preview that might turn into an NFL overreactions episode. But look out for those. We'll get the times out on social media, and we will see y'all then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Them